complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as a...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking for a man. It's Mack. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Hard-hitting tackle.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're... It's 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Mack. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it... You know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game.
And he breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Looking for a gap. It's Owens. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Here comes the offense on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And for the fifth time, the offense will go for it on fourth down. 2 for 4 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with high discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent...
He lets it fly. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Quickly to the tight end.
Drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Owens. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Get it out on the screen. At the 45 on its way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 here. Off the play fake. Coming after it. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a munch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Trying play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet, and my offense offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass is intercepted. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, they can also drain the clock. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning. Game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
It's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mack. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they still have a chance. The big fella's on the field, guys, for the 2-point conversion. Sticks it in his belly. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
Texas A&M, 13, Alabama, 9.
They still need a touchdown to take the lead here in the 4th, and they'll try to get the ball back with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Going to the running game. Nice move to pick up yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
On to punt it away.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the... Back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? Can't take it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs, so...
Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got... Gonna let it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Alabama! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Man, that was exhilarating. Incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you got to put possessions together. You got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.